What guy?
Afternoon baseball on the south side of Chicago and Guaranteed Rate Field. Today, a showdown out of the American League Central between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. Going to be an Marty Truck will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now.
Hey,
solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matty, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
So his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch, here it comes. Rounded up the first baseline. Bag himself, 2 gone now here in the first. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And Goldschmidt. First offering on its way. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout.
Test.
Down here.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. It's the Twins nothing. White Sox coming to bat. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Let's see this test.
Stepping into the box, Marcell Ozuna, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year.
Hey, nobody gone now.
Now here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Yeah. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
I'm testing. Can y'all hear me?
Here's another 1-2. Count still at 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
A bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Settling in now, Max Kepler. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Max. While I'm
popped him up.
Testing out this new
Mark
market.
is there for it. And that ends the inning. Now in the box, Miguel Sano. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Miguel Sano.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
There's a lot of move. It takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Batting it.
First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Ground ball left side.
Oh my God.
And that is through into left field. A base hit.
Hello, baby.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Strike 2.
Count. 0-2. I gotta hold him right here.
The 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Sano over at second. Gonzalez is over at first with 1 away. Rosario behind with an 0-2 count.
0-2.
A bullet to first base. And they will apply the tag between. Ready for another chance? Kevin Pillar as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
1 ball, no strikes, the count.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
The 1-0 is taken. Strike 1. Two and 1 the count of Pillar. The 2-1 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
He's been doing a nice job out there in the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And he misses there. 1-2.
We got one here.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Delmonico comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. So 2 gone now for the Twins in their half of the 4th, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna. No balls and 1 strike.
Hey, 2 out.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So they go down without a whimper here to the bottom of inning number 4. Into the box now, Jonathan Scope. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking his zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
2 great pitches down the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Max Kepler goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Hey, we got 2.
So 2 are gone in the Twins' half of the 5th. And the next at bat will be the big third baseman, Miguel Sano. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, 1 for 1 after a single this first time. To him on the way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Delmonico arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at bat, Jason Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Fly ball out toward right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. At the plate, Eddie Rosario. He was a double play victim last time around. Hit hard up the middle. Anderson picks it up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first, saves an error as this side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Stepping up to the plate, Kevin Pillar. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Behind 0-2 now. 0 in 2 count, and the pitch. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Brown is there.
I got it.
He's got it 1 away. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. A sharp ground ball to third.
Goldschmidt.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Strike taken up in the zone.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
I got it.
Sanchez has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher on point. 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game. Not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Got him to go down swinging there. Max Kepler is sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
But that finds its way through for a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. And he always poses a threat, of course. One of the true superstars in the game today.
2 away now.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. The 0-1 offering. Liner toward right center. Altair is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More matinee. Ready once again, Jason Castro. And his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the 9th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw will not be in time, so good hustle there as now the possible tying run is aboard to lead things off here.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitch awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. Chicago earned the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. Marty Krupp gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Erasmo Ramirez is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Jace Fry records the save, his 2nd. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious White Sox, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Time of the ball game.
First opened for business in 1994. We're on the air from Progressive Field in Seatown, Cleveland, Ohio. This evening, we've got a matchup from the AL Central Division between the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Major League is next. Corey Kluber, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
On comes former Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber. Might have the best right-handed breaking ball in baseball. Great velocity, too, 94 to 96. And he'll throw that comebacker that he'll start at a left-hander's hip and bring it back.
Striding in, Bradley Zimmer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Indians, the left fielder, Bradley.
First delivery to him on the way. And this one runs up high, ball one. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away. So striding forward now, Jose Ramirez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch on its way. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Down in order go the Tribe. Still no score. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Francisco Lindor.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Swing and a liner. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. He'll get it into second. And the Tribe will get a man to second base on the leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Lindor stands at second with no outs. A bullet to first base, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
Jason Kipnis is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
The designated hitter, DJ Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Hey, 2 away now.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Matt Wieters. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Matt Wieters.
Nobody.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
In now, Israel Acevedo, and he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit. Digging in, Bradley Zimmer 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And he struck him out.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Standing in, Jose Ramirez. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. And he poked him up, but this will land untouched. The 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The first baseline. Taken in by Abreu. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So here's Francisco Lindor now. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Down the first baseline. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
So 2 gone now for the Tribe here in the 4th. And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s. You ain't doing much with that.
Slow roller down the third baseline. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2. And another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Through. Stepping in, Jason Kipnis looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Now another 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
What up, Corey? What up, man?
The batter.
Into the box now, Kike Hernandez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. First baseline, fielded by Abreu, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and digging in next will be the switch hitting catcher Matt Wieters. First delivery to him on the way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
All right. I'm gonna live feed this and see how to if it's too loud or something.
A ball and a strike to count to the switch hitting catcher Matt Wieters.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Trying this a little bit.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now another 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. 6th inning coming up, still zip, zip. Ready now, Israel Acevedo. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Is on the ground over to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Now at the plate, Bradley Zimmer. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This pitch is popped up.
Zimmer.
Moncada is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. So a runner at first now with one away, and into bat next it'll be Tyler Naquin. In there, strike one.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
The 0-2 home, and he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. Oh, he gets a glove on it here to knock it down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Francisco Lindor. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
A ball and a strike now.
Hey, 2 outs.
The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
Wait, let me see.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taking all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Hey, y'all. This is my baby.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Indians strand a couple. They're down 2-0. Standing in, Carlos Santana. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a boop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out. Digging in once again, Jason Kipnis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. No runs, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Fouled off.
Hey, we got one.
Here comes another 0-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Hey, Gwendy, what's happening? What's happening with you?
Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
The batter,
first pitch of the at-bat. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Kipnis, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
The catcher.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Nope, that's the ball.
And there's ball 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Hey, come on now.
And it's 1-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2. Still 1-2. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Indians leave one. They trail it here 2-0. Leading off the inning, Israel Acevedo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hey, y'all go to my channel on YouTube, Martino Truck, and YouTube and subscribe, man.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
I need y'all to put a little bit of effort then. Go ahead and
first. Taken in by Abreu, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one.
Oh, and he misses it. Throw into second. Throw won't get him. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
Ready on 0-2. Ran it in on him as this is bounced towards short. Throw in time at first for out number 2. So stepping in, Jose Ramirez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Brown is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for the Tribe. They're still down. It's 2-0. Digging in, Francisco Lindor. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
The windup and the 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Hey, over your way.
Hey, they trying to battle.
The 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time.
Boy.
Now the pitch.
Easy.
Line drive to center field.
Oh, you better catch that ball.
Brown is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. So striding in, Carlos Santana hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. 1-0 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike.
Give me some, man.
Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone.
1 down, 1 down.
Damn.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
So he sets him down swinging. Carlos Santana goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Oh, game.
Popped him up.
Plenty of room, plenty of room.
He's got it, and the White Sox will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Chicago White Sox rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Marty Kruk takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight.
All right. That's something different.